We all have one guy in the classroom who bullies others. He sits at the end with a bunch of other monkeys like him. He speaks loudly, interrupts others, and tries to look cool. I had the same guy in my classroom during high school. Let's call him Sam. Sam was cocky, arrogant, and I was his favorite target because of my glasses and looks. He used to bully me, and I even tried to take my own life. But I knew that if this kept going on, I wouldn't survive. And instead of breaking his nose, I did something else, something more dangerous, something very dark. I decided to learn dark psychology, and in just a week, things shifted. I was sitting in the class when Sam came to me with tears in his eyes. He got on his knees and begged for mercy. I laughed at his pity condition, and that smirk scared the shit out of him. Bullying is wrong, and you know only you can help yourself. That's why I need to show you the 4 steps that helped me take over the bullies. These steps are so easy that even a 3rd grader can use them, but beware, you don't want to be a bully. You just want revenge, so use these tips very carefully. Bullies are like dogs who feed on one thing only: reaction. They want people to be scared, embarrassed, or laughed at. What most high schoolers don't realize is that their 90% bullying problems will fade away once they stop reacting. Every time someone bullies you, you flinch, get scared, angry, or try to defend yourself. This gives them control. But the second you break their expectation, you are the one controlling them. Your first friend is silence. Not because weak people stay silent, but silence is the biggest thing the bullies are scared of. Even a 2 to 3 second pause can make them rethink their actions. Don't look away when they tease you. Death stare at them and make sure that the silence strikes their soul. If they bully you, look calm and don't react. Act slightly or don't listen to them at all. It forces them to rethink their remarks, or they can even doubt if they are funny at all. Slight smirk, raised eyebrows, and a slow head tilt can make them confused and scared at the same time, but you don't have to bark back like them. You have to make them question their existence. A small sentence like, "Are you happy now?" or "You done?" is enough to make them look like a clown, because they are not used to humiliation. However, there's one secret weapon of the bullies. That's the crowd that surrounds them. If they don't have anyone who can support them, they are more sensitive than an eggshell. If they try to humiliate you in front of the crowd, don't give a reaction to them either. The show dies the moment you don't feel humiliated or embarrassed. Walk away when they try to get your attention. At first, you will feel nervous, anxious, and start randomly scratching your head. That's why you need to do a breath challenge daily and try to hold your breath for 60 seconds. After that, fix your posture, stand straight, and have your chin tucked. Lastly, control your moments. No scratching or head turns, but just not reacting won't get you anywhere. That's why you need more lethal weapons. Most bullies are childish. They argue, they insult back, and they defend themselves. The moment you start bad-mouthing them, you become just like them. That's why you don't need to embarrass them in their own words. Don't say, "You're an idiot." That's what they need. Instead, say, "I used to do this in kindergarten," and walk away. They will keep remembering it throughout the whole night. You are not insulting them, you are analyzing them. It's effective cause it is unexpected. It makes them self-conscious and shifts their social perception. Others will stop seeing them as a strong one, and they will become insecure. You don't need to sound aggressive at all. You need to sound amused or a bit bored, like you are dissecting a bug under a microscope. Here are some quick one-liners that can crush your bullies. "That was personal. Do you want something? That felt a bit desperate. You know you don't have to try this hard to get attention. I expected better from you." These are some compelling lines, and nobody can clap back after this. One-liners hit harder than a slap. A 1 to 2 second pause makes it even more lethal. Slowly, they will start evading you. They won't make eye contact with you. They will change their path after seeing you. The goal here is simple. You need to make them feel like you know something they don't, or you are more mature than they are. Don't attack or defend, just observe, because once the bully has been exposed, they won't look at you like prey. Instead, they will think you're the predator. Now, here is where things get interesting. After these 2 chapters, things will take a dark turn, so make sure to watch these carefully, but it's almost impossible because most of you have an 8-second attention span. However, it's very possible that you can like and subscribe to this channel, so make sure you do. You have turned the crowd against them, and you don't give them a reaction, so they will stop bullying you sooner or later. But you want revenge, right? That's why you need to make them feel watched, but don't end up following everywhere. You need to make them feel your presence just enough so they don't feel at ease. They think you are everywhere, even if you're just chilling in your room. They fear the silent kid who knows too much. A quiet glance from the corridor with a smirk will make them shit their pants. If they confront you, "Why are you looking at me like that?" Stay calm and say nothing. Now their mind spirals because they will think that you know something. You've seen something, and you can expose them. They will avoid crowds just so you don't embarrass them in front of others. This leads us to the 4th step. You already know that bullies thrive on attention, but there's one thing even more important than your attention. It's their backup. You will never see someone bullying others alone. He will always be in a group like dogs. They fear that if nobody laughs at their lame remarks, they will not look cool. And let's make it crystal clear. You don't just want revenge. You want them to feel what you have been through. The isolation, humiliation, and powerlessness. You want them to feel all of this while others watch. But in our last chapter, we see that the bullies are scared of you. They don't want to confront you, so you track their crowd, where they hang out, who are closer to them. Once you get in their circle, start planting seeds in the crowd. Tell them, he's not tough, he just wants attention. Take a look and next time he will say this. He doesn't have a personality, he just copies others. Once you plant these seeds, their friends will start to notice it too. Now they will laugh at the bully, not with them, and the poor guy would have no other option but to beg you for forgiveness, and stop this humiliation once and for all. That, my friend, is the most vulnerable stage for them. You know their secrets, their patterns, and they are completely isolated. Now, you can either use them or be the bigger guy and forgive them. That's how you bully the bullies.